Hello, and welcome to another video from the only YouTube channel that you need to not only survive the current apocalypse, but actually enjoy it. And in today's video, we're going to be comparing Osama bin Laden to Adolf Hitler. This seems to be a common thing to do nowadays, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so I normally don't wander into the realm of fairy tales, but on this anniversary of 9/11, I think it's appropriate to bring out some very easy to understand concepts while people still have this stuff fresh on their minds. And I ask that you please pay close attention to this video, as I think that you will find the similarities between bin Laden and Hitler to be quite uncanny. Alright, we have been told by the Empire that Osama bin Laden was one of the most notorious mass murderers in history, with millions at his command. Hitler also was one of the most notorious mass murderers in history, with millions at his command. Uncanny. Hitler killed himself to avoid being captured by the good guys in a military raid. Bin Laden was killed by the good guys in a military raid. Once again, uncanny. Hitler was in a country that was under attack by the U.S., and bin Laden was killed in a country that the U.S. had been trying to come up with an excuse to attack for years. What a coincidence! And once again, uncanny. Hitler left strict orders with his underlings to get rid of his body in order to hide evidence that he was dead. Bin Laden's body was gotten rid of by those who killed him for the same reason. Now wait a minute, that don't make any sense. But, nonetheless, still uncanny. Hitler was 56 years old at the time of his death. Bin Laden was 50 at the time of his first death, 52 at the time of his second death, 54 at the time of his last reported death, and if he times it just right, he too could be 56 the next time that he dies. The exact same age as Hitler when he died. Just coincidence, you say? Well, I say uncanny. Hitler often went by his nickname, the Fuhrer, even though his real name was Adolf Hitler. Bin Laden often went by his nickname, Osama bin Laden, even though his real name was Tim Osment. Once again, uncanny. As a child, growing up in the Empire, one of the Empire's state-sponsored religions, I was told that if somebody was bad, God would torture them in hell for all eternity. And whenever I asked a grown-up who was bad enough to deserve to go to hell, I was always told Hitler. Nobody else, just Hitler. Now, as an adult, when I ask this very same question, I am always told Osama bin Laden. Uncanny. Now, just as a side note, I have to say that I've recently been told that all Muslims go to hell as well, so I suspect that Hitler is now a Muslim, just like bin Laden. After all, it would only make sense that he convert to Muslim from Christian just so that he could fit in. Otherwise, he could have a whole lot more problems than just being on fire all the time. After all, if he's going to be in hell anyway, I don't see any reason for him to keep holding on to his Christian faith. So, Hitler and bin Laden, both Muslim. Uncanny. Alright, there are that's right, 4,000 photos of Adolf Hitler, a man that was born in the 19th century when photos were relatively expensive and rare. 4 of the 4,000 were taken prior to 1899. With bin Laden, there are only 4 total photographs, although he died in the 21st century when nearly every cell phone on the planet has a built-in camera and photographs are now absolutely free. This may not be uncanny, but you gotta admit that it is quite ironic. All of Hitler's photographs look exactly like the same person, even though they were taken over a period of 56 years. That's right, Hitler even looked like Hitler when he was a baby, just without the mustache. In the 4 photos that we have of bin Laden, none of the guys in the photos look like the guys in any of the other photos, even though they were taken over a relatively short time span. Both Adolf Hitler and Osama bin Laden had videographers come in and make really clumsy looking movies of the backside of their heads while watching a current news clip of the guy that was about to kill them, just so that the world would have positive proof that they were both really alive up to the very end. That way nobody could say that they had actually been dead for many years and under refrigerated storage. Uncanny beyond belief. The good guys killed over 5 million highly trained German troops during... I'm making a TV show. What do you want? Well, are you sure? Maybe it was a newsreel or something like that. No? My wife says that only Obama had that clumsy video thing made, and apparently Hitler didn't. But you have to admit that if he did, it would truly be uncanny. Alright, moving right along. During World War II, the good guys killed over 5 million highly trained, well-armed German troops to get to Hitler. In our day, the good guys have killed over 1 million innocent civilians in order to get to bin Laden. And since his death, have killed over 20,000 more for just in case they have to kill him again when he turns 56. That way, he could die at the same age as Hitler. Uncanny and ironic. But if you want some irony, here's some irony for you. Hitler died trying to create a new world order, but bin Laden died trying to stop a new world order. If you don't want to survive, don't listen to me.